Fellow Nigerians, when kings or queens or the presidents of states visit their counterparts, they are usually feted to their best delicacies. And in the course of that, some of these visiting presidents could make some decisions against the national interest of their countries. Not too long ago, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, retired Major General Muhammadu Buhari, visited Egypt, and he was treated to some of these special delicacies such as koshari, full medames, fitias, and many more. In the course of his visit, he lost guard and he immediately declared a visa-free Nigeria for all Africans. The implication of that is that he has shown that he could make decisions for Nigeria without recourse to the National Assembly. These are traits of a dictator. The implication of that is that Africans could now enter into Nigeria without visa. Those ones coming at border points could also get visa at the point of entry. But as of today, we have over 1,800 porous borders into the Federal Republic of Nigeria with huge security challenges. It means that the security challenges we have now will be a child's play as from the year of the Lord 2020. Foreigners will now be trooping into Nigeria. They'll be milling into Nigeria at a speed that will overwhelm the already overwhelmed security agencies in Nigeria. Because if you look at the focus of the security agencies now, they are either focusing on pro-democracy activists, or you have the chief of staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, more interested in locating the Nigerian Army University in his hometown in Borno, when Borno has been undergoing serious security challenges. And the chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, is also more interested in locating the Nigerian Air Force University in his hometown in Bauchi State. So these are their self-interest that has overridden national challenges. So when you have a situation like this, Nigerians should be on their mark, they should get set and to go. And in doing that, we cannot do that alone. The time has come for us to put aside our differences in tribes, our ambitions, our religion, our party affiliation, our religion, and stand up as a people and protect this country. Because what is about to happen will overwhelm us in such a way that we'll not even understand. I am a military scientist. I am talking from a professional point of view, but common sense knowledge and street wisdom is enough to tell any Nigerian that there is fire on the mountain. In the first tenure of Muhammadu Buhari, 25,794 Nigerians were killed. In that number, Boko Haram alone killed 5,598 persons, while herdsmen and other sectarian violence consumed, so to speak, 4,917 Nigerians. Many persons were slaughtered in Taraba, Benue, Yobe, Katsina, Borno, and all that, and many more. But you still see that the people that are paying more allegiance to Buhari are Northerners. They are the ones that have the highest number of insecurity, literacy level, where people are developing, they are building mosques, budgeting government money to build mosques, because they don't want the people to be educated, and so that people do not become wise to ask their leaders questions. People that have sold their conscience to tribe, to religion, and to region. They don't understand what is coming. The North is even more insecure than Nigeria. But the time has come for us as a people, whether you are from the North, from the South, from the East, and from the West, or from the West, to come together now, put our differences together, and say no to what Muhammadu Buhari has done. We must not be blinded by tribe, by religion, by region. What we are suffering today is the result of our long silence as a people. So those of you that have refused to speak long before now, because you feel you are in privileged positions, the time has come for you all to be consumed if you don't stand up with the masses now. Whether you are from the National Association of Nigerian Students that have refused to speak to the many social injustice going on, whether you are from the National Labour Congress, whether you are from Nollywood, those stars that have refused to speak, the time has come for you to be consumed unless you stand up, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether you are moving with police or army escorts, those ones will not even save you. Because soldiers and police will be running for their lives, not to talk of protecting you. The time has come now, as for every of us, this is a challenge, to stand up and say, no, this cannot be allowed. Our soldiers have been killed and silently buried in the north. I will not come ever stand in front of a microphone and say what I don't know or what I don't have privileged information about. I've received several letters from Nigerians in Borno State fighting there about how Nigerian government buy caskets from Niger Republic and they bring them into Nigeria at night, cover them with clothes so that people don't see. They use it to bury our soldiers. Some families don't even know that their soldiers have been killed. Why? Because Nigeria has refused to equip our soldiers. Instead of the soldiers and the police to cooperate with the civilians, you are now oppressing the civilians that you should be cooperating with. Many of you don't even know what is about to happen. Are you happy? Don't you see how our soldiers are dying? No welfare for them, no good food. Because a few persons play politics with the lives of our soldiers and you just oppress Nigerians on the street. One, you call yourself SARS. Is that the problem we should be talking about? Where we should be cooperating as a people to challenge the status quo? Is that what we should be talking about now? This is dictatorship. And the Senate of Nigeria, they see nothing wrong in it. Buhari was supposed to consult the Senate before making such a decision. When the Senate was discussing it the other time, somebody like Senator Gabriel Suswan of Benue State said, oh, it's not a problem. Now he has made a presidential order. We can discuss it now. Come on. Suswan has EFCC cases on his neck, hanging around his neck. So all of them want to play loyalty. Therefore, they can no longer speak the truth. And the Senate President Lawal is a die-hard Buharist who has said that he's ready to do anything Buhari wants. Even if Buhari wants to talk them now, he's ready to sign. Over 2,000 Boko Haram members have been reintegrated into Nigeria. Many of them are joining the armed forces. So the security situation, all of these people will cooperate with the foreigners that are coming, and Nigerians will be consumed. So if you know that you are the type that are saying, oh, people should come abroad to come and fight for you, 20 million, estimated 20 million Nigerians should come abroad and fight for you 180 million. Just wait there. We talk because we feel the pains of our people at home. We are living abroad today. We are enjoying the glory of their heroes past. 50 years from now, who are the heroes we shall be talking about in Nigeria? If you cannot stand up for yourself, you just stand, you watch TV, you talk about the revolution going on in Sudan, in Chile, in Bolivia, in other countries, in Tunisia. What about you own, your own? What we are tolerating in Nigeria, those countries we are looking at, we are talking about, they have not even experienced half of what we have endured as a people in Nigeria. We preach non-violence. Stand up now and speak against these obnoxious government decisions. The primary purpose of government is the provision of security and welfare to the people. We don't have that in Nigeria. And if we remain silent, it will consume everybody. So if you are just there thinking that Nigeria will break and you will now have your own country, you are deceiving yourself. Because it is our collective silence that have brought this collective hardship. And it is that same collectivity that we must stand up, use, and speak with one voice. Nigeria will not break. And I have no apology to say that. If you are expecting Nigeria to break now, you are deceiving yourself. Unless we come together and cooperate now, this same tribe that has been dividing us will destroy us. This same religion that has been dividing us will finally destroy us. But the country will not break. We must cooperate now or never. Now or never. Whether you are from the north, you are from the south, from the east or west, the time has come for us to stand up as a people and speak with one voice. Commander Moni and Commander Usaini Matagaran are commanders of Boko Haram. They were involved in the bombing of the mosque in Kano. Many worshippers were killed. They were involved in bombing an army settlement in Yobe State. They were arrested by the government of Nigeria, but they were swapped in a deal for the Dapchi girls. Now, those people are back to the war front, declaring war against Nigeria. These people will cooperate with the over 2,000 Boko Haram people that have been reintegrated into Nigeria, and they will cooperate with these foreigners. And Nigeria, there will be fire on the mountain. If you run to the north, you will see fire. If you run to the south, east or west, you will see fire. So now is the time to quench the fire before the real fire comes. And the only key, the only remedy is for us to stand up as a people and say no. No. We have endured enough. Are we so stupid to come this far and endure people who don't understand what governance is about? We are all suffering, and you give a Senate president 30 police officers for one person. Where is it done in a developed country? We are all exposed to insecurity and they protect themselves. Governors are stealing security votes and we keep silent. Those in authority, many of them have dual citizenship. That is why they don't care for what is happening in Nigeria, because they know they can escape with their families when the fire blows. Somebody like the Senate president has dual citizenship. Speaker, House of Reps has dual citizenship. Many of them, they can take visa and go. Some of them have multiple visas to the UK, to America. So if you are thinking that those people will protect you, you are joking. They are more interested in renovating the Senate building with 37 billion naira, which they can share into 5, give contractor one part, and they share the other 4 parts and put into their pockets. They are more interested in social media bills when governments are talking about bringing developmental programs to their countries. They are more interested in chasing shadows, honorables, and distinguished senators who have nothing to offer for the development of our country. Nigeria has been surrounded, even now, by foreigners. Some kidnappers that were arrested in some parts of the country did not speak English language, French. The last time Muhammadu Buhari met with Donald Trump in the US, he said that Nigeria is experiencing insecurity because some of them are coming, that is the criminals, are coming from Libya, Burkina Faso and other places. Especially Libya, that was what he mentioned. Now, all of these persons will now come to Nigeria free, expressway to destruction. But we must say no. You close your border to food, but you open it to criminals. We now have more than 1,800 illegal routes to Nigeria. When Buhari was contesting in 2015, he told us that he was going to stop Boko Haram. He said that he knew those behind Boko Haram. Today, here we are. Now we must begin to challenge how some of our soldiers become generals in Nigeria. Many of them have not fought wars. They don't understand the strategies of war. They have no idea for conflict resolution. They have no idea for national reconciliation. They have no idea for healing a bleeding people. All they do is to polarize us with their laws, their obnoxious laws, and their incapacity to govern. Those of you that have remained loyal to them because of tribe or whatever, everybody will be consumed. Whether you are party leader, whether you are any position, the rich and the poor will cry now. We are talking because we can no longer be silent on the suffering of our people. But if you decide to remain silent, so be it. But in advance, we can tell some of you now, right now, rest in peace in advance, because you are all walking corpses on this side of the Nigerian grave. Nigerians must wake up now, and the time has come. The time has come to say no. Because those people are coming into a country that is insecure, a country with over 100 unemployed Nigerians, that is half of the population. Some of the protesters that are protesting, hired protesters, that are protesting now for government, many of them could be foreigners. How people sell their consciences. They collect piecemeals, maybe 100,000 or maybe 1 million. They give people on the street 1,000 naira, 500 naira with their slippers, and they are coming to protest for government that could not even help their situation. When they are hungry with their slippers, they are kicking the gauges. Who are activists fighting for their freedom and emancipation, because the brains of the people have been stolen with hunger, which has been weaponized by an uncaring government. Whoever has collected money from the government of Nigeria to protest against Amnesty International that are saying the truth about the wrong of government, whoever has collected money from the government of Nigeria to protest against activists that are fighting for public good, that money that you have collected, you will use it to buy the field of blood. Ask Judas Iscariot. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.